Grab, as I said, it's transportation, first of all, e-hailing, ride-hailing. But then also now what is bigger than transportation is our food delivery business. Not only food delivery, but also package delivery, grocery deliveries. That has way surpassed our transportation business. And then we have quite a big payments business as well. GrabPay is the biggest e-wallet in Southeast Asia. And beside payments, we also have a lending business. So we have driver and merchant lending to help them grow their business. But also buy now, pay later for consumers to have installment payments. And then, of course, insurance and also some investments. And I'll talk about the insurance part. GrabInsure is a joint venture between Zhong'an, which is a Chinese insurtech, and Grab Holdings. And Zhong'an has been helping us from the start with both engineering capacity, but also supplying us with the policy management system, so to issue all the insurance policies. And another partner of us from the beginning is Chubb, which is an insurance company. We work with multiple insurance companies, but from the beginning we've done a lot of work with Chubb, and they. So Grab is although we are in the insurance business, we are actually an agent. So we're not an underwriter. We distribute insurance products for the underwriters, for the insurance companies. So Chubb is a long-term partner where we have built a lot of products with, and they've been always able to really co-create new products. Has been a great partnership. So when we get started, when we got started, we first built some products for our drivers, like personal accident protection, income protection for in case a driver gets ill and can't drive, then there is no income. So these kinds of products have been there always to protect our drivers. But quite soon after we got started, we started doing our first innovation. So the actual first innovation was a product called Critical Illness Paper Trip. And the way we were thinking about it is that as a product manager, you're always looking for how to solve some of the pain customers of your customers. So if we look at our driver base, one of the main pain points they're always short on cash, especially at the end of the month. Actually, all over the month, they often live really day by day. And so if you start offering insurance products with an annual premium, and they have to pay all of that upfront, it's oftentimes very hard for them. So the solution that we came up with is to find a way to really fractionalize insurance premiums and fractionalize the coverage as well. So the way we do that is by taking like a $350 annual premium and slice it into 5,000 different micro policies of $40 each, and they can buy them at 10 cents each. So 10 cents Sing dollar is 7 cents US dollar. Now the problem is like, how do you structure this? Because if you start driving and you buy your first policy, you don't immediately get the full coverage. So this product covers you up to $200,000, but after one ride, you only have coverage for $40. So the way we do it is we take these policies and we They all have a validity of just 12 months, 360 days, and they're stackable. So the more you drive, the more coverage you build, up until you get to the ceiling, to the $200,000 of premium, and then we stop deducting on every ride. So if you normally take have a ride, you earn as a driver, you earn like $10 on it. Now instead of $10, you earn $9.93. So that makes it very palatable. Huh? It's easy to digest for a driver. They hardly notice that they're paying actually insurance premium, and a great way to offer it to them. Now, there are also some issues with it and some learnings that we had, because this kind of a policy is quite difficult to understand for drivers. So, and when it's difficult to understand, there is some mistrust, and they find it hard to compare it with normal other policies that they can buy in the market, and so the success was mixed. We have quite a few drivers signed up for this, but it's not like wow, everyone is flocking to this product. The personal highlight for me that I had from this product is when we got the first claim that was paid out. I mean, if you see the story of a driver who got diagnosed with like a critical illness, I believe it was a form of cancer in that in the event, then and he has trouble continue driving because he has to recover, he has to undergo treatment, and then having a payout of $200,000 to help him get through it. That is really powerful. And of course, like medical bills, they can be paid through your national health insurance. Singapore is quite well arranged, but just all the extra costs that you have, all the loss of income that you have, that is what this product is really powerful for. Cool. Then quite shortly after that one, I'll go through it sort of chronologically. The government in Malaysia came up with a e-hailing law, a new law which required all drivers, e-hailing drivers, so like Grab drivers, to get a separate insurance on top of their normal car insurance. Now, what was the issue here? The issue is that the law comes into effect on a certain date, and I believe it was like the 19th of October or so. And from that day onwards, everyone needs to have this insurance, and it's expensive. It's like $300-400 or so that you have to pay a fork out, and a lot of drivers don't have it. They can't afford it, and there are also a lot of drivers that are driving part-time. I think in the Malaysia driver base, majority is a part-time driver. So they are wondering like whether or not to take it. But for us, for Grab, it's a huge problem. I mean, your supply of drivers our projections were that it would halve like from the day the law would come into effect, or even worse. So what we set out to do is build a product, a daily auto insurance product that you can just opt in, and then every morning when you start your shift, when you start driving, and a policy is issued. It costs up from 24 cents a day, and covers you for the e-hailing insurance for 24 hours. Yeah, the result was that we hardly lost any drivers because of that. And of course, some drivers, after a while, they stopped using the daily insurance, and they decided to buy like an annual plan. It may be a little bit cheaper if you drive full time. But that's fine. Our main objective was to keep all the drivers on the platform and support them as we were transitioning to this new regulation. So if we think about like how we decide what products to build, and most insurtechs, they build marketplaces where you can buy all different insurance products from different providers. But we always ask internally in our team, like, what are the real problems they are solving? I will tell you, like, we made a lot of mistakes in the beginning as well. For example, when COVID hit, we started building COVID protection products and health-related products because our research said that now people are more concerned about their health. But one, it was very hard to get a decent product underwritten by any insurance company because everyone was afraid of where this would go to, and there wasn't very much appetite to underwrite the risk. And two, we were not the most likely party to offer to our customers. I mean, most people, they open the Grab app to order food, not insurance. So you have to build that trust, and you have to go a long way before you can just start offering insurance successfully, at least. So what we've learned along the way is that insurance sells best when it's bundled. When it's and think of it like, how do you buy your travel insurance if you're traveling? And the way I buy it is, I'm on a website, I'm booking my flight, and at the end of the checkout flow, I get this like, hey, do you want to include travel insurance for your trip? And well, I can't be bothered to look anywhere else, and it's reasonably priced, and it's easy to add it to my bill. So yeah, that I say yes, and that's how I buy my travel insurance. So as a product manager, you always need to be thinking about what are the pain points of the customers, and how can you solve them. And so we start looking at how can we embed insurance products in our transportation business, for example. And that's how we got to the following product. So what we saw in all the research and in our NPS surveys that we do every quarter is that a lot of people, when they're taking a ride with Grab, they have a few they have some concerns. One is they want to feel safe when they're in a Grab ride. The second thing is that they are frustrated when it takes longer for the car to pick them up. You know that feeling when you book either Uber or Lyft or Grab, whatever you use, and the icon of the car is not moving on the map. And you're waiting 5 minutes, and you're waiting 10 minutes, and it's still not moving. What do? You're just going to be late. So it's a big frustration with a lot of people. The other thing is, people are annoyed when drivers cancel on them. Hey, you're waiting for a while, and then you think it's coming, and all of a sudden, boom, driver canceled, and the app will tell you, like, oh, sorry, we're looking for another driver for you, but the whole thing starts all over again. So with a little bit of creativity, our team started thinking, like, how can we build an insurance product out of this? And so what we came up with is an insurance product based on extra personal accident insurance, but also like an automatic claim payout, when the driver is late to pick you up. And then we priced it on a per trip basis, and we bundled it with the ride. So we asked the passenger just to opt in once, and once they've opted in, we just take 22 cents on every trip, and with that they are covered. And that has been quite successful. And we, in the meantime, we've embedded it completely in our booking flow, as you can see here. But did that go easy? No, it didn't. It took a long time, and I think Rupa, who has been with our partner from CHAP, has been with us from the beginning, and she knows how incredibly difficult this was. We did many iterations to embed it fully into the booking flow as what it is today. So this also brings me to some learnings for any of you who are product managers. The first thing is that you should always be shipping product as soon as possible. Get to the markets as fast as possible. Then see if you get some traction and use that data from the traction you get to convince stakeholders to invest more. You can do research, you can do making a lot of plans, better designs, and trying to convince everyone, but unless you have some data to show that it may be actually quite worth the effort, it's hard to convince stakeholders. So we just wanted to get out and get something on the market, and then we started to iterate. We started to test, and I think we've done over 30 iterations in the past two years, actually 2.5 years probably, because when I joined, this was almost one of the first things we started working on. The second learning I have here is just as important almost is kill products that do not perform. So keeping a large portfolio of products that perform like so-so, it just means slow death. It's just, it will not help you. It will only slow you down. I constantly come into discussions where people say, like, does it really hurt to keep the product alive? I mean, we've already built it. We've already made the investment. Why don't we let it just be there and allow people to buy it? Well, today it's true. But tomorrow someone comes in and either wants to do a marketing campaign, which takes up some of our resources because we will need to support something, or the next week something breaks, and when something breaks and the customer is in trouble, then we have to fix it for them, and so I've seen many times that we had to do all kinds of fixes and a lot of work on products that we actually not wanted to support, but decided to, oh yeah, let's keep it let's keep it for sale because it doesn't hurt. Well, it does hurt. So the third thing I have is iterate on your products. Don't launch and forget, but show your products some real love. And challenge yourself by constantly raising the bar. Try to make it better every time, better for the customer. Improve the customer experience and never be satisfied with what you have. A product is never finished, and the real value is oftentimes in the 10th or in the 12th iteration, not in the launch. Okay, then another product, one I really enjoyed. We also worked on this one from the beginning. It didn't work out for a long time, but then we found a way to bring it to market. and now it's quite successful actually. So it's the official name is Food Priority Delivery, but internally we've always named it Hungry Cover. And my colleague is a Kiwi, so I think he coined it. But the feeling when you're hungry and get angry, then you're hungry. That's the idea. So you're hungry when your food arrives too late, and what that was one of the pain points. But another pain point that we saw is that a lot of times people would like to have an option to get the food just faster, because I mean I've got a family, I've got 2 kids, and if I order for my entire family and I have an order of like $100 or more, then I don't want everyone to sit here and waiting for the food to arrive, and the food is my order is getting batched and drives around the entire city before it finally arrives at my place cold. Now I wanted it as soon as possible. By the time I've decided what to order, I want it. So I'm happy to pay a few dollars if my food just gets straight to me as fast as it can. So that's what we did. We have a prioritized delivery experience. We do everything we can to get the food as fast as possible at your house, but without without endangering our drivers. We don't want drivers. We don't give incentives to drivers to drive faster, because that will get you into trouble, and that will get your drivers mostly in trouble. And then you get an automatic claim payout if your food is later than promised. So that's your sort of a service guarantee that we do. Premium is around $1.50 to $2.2. Like in Sing dollars, it's $3, but during the non-peak hours, you get a discount to give you an incentive to also use it then. This is the experience. So this is with the previous product, Right Cover. You opt in once and it applies for all your rides. But what we noticed here, excuse me, what we noticed here is that during experimentation, we saw that a lot of people actually not use it for every food order. They only use it like me when I order for my family. But if I order something for lunch, I don't care. I don't use priority delivery. So we made this an per order opt-in. That's the basis, and then trying to delight the customer in when it arrives early. We celebrate that. And if it arrives late, you get your automated appeasement on the late delivery. Cool. So those are some of the learnings. We sold 130 million policies in less than 2 years. That is public information. We work now with more than 20 insurance partners, but CHOP is kind of our partner from the beginning, which we, as I said, we co-create a lot of new products with. We have many different products in market that both serve our drivers to protect their livelihoods, and for consumers to provide them with a better Grab experience. So if we're looking forward, where we will be going towards, then first Grab's mission, which is drive Southeast Asia forward by creating economic empowerment for everyone. And our mission is kind of based on that. So we really want to protect our drivers, our merchants, and our consumers from anything that can go wrong, and protect them in case when they're not so lucky, and doing that by creating very simple and very flexible insurance products. And I would say we're trying to fulfill that mission, but we're just at the beginning. So I think looking forward, we'll double down on and invest heavily in our claim experience, as there that needs a lot of improvement, and the way we provide support in the pre-sales and in post-sales process. So because if you think about it, the real value of insurance you only find out when it comes to claims. Is it easy to claim? Is it easy to claim? Will the insurance company pay out? And how long will it take before I get my money? In some markets, it takes 3 weeks for the money to be transferred into your bank account, just because that's how slow the banking system is. So, but if we, for example, allow you to have claims into your GrabPay wallet, you can do it instantly in a second. So there are a lot of ways that we can improve the claim process and make it easier and better. Lots to do, but we are less than 3 years old, and we're just getting started.